I'm gonna pass the microphone. But Ty, I wanted to ask you. You said bad built baddies. What are we talking about?
That's an oxymoron.
So is it safe to say that you cannot be bad and be fat?
Oh.
Yes.
You gotta let the fucking person that
absolutely yes. It is safe to say that you cannot be fat and be called a baddie.
You can't be bad.
You heard what I said, Naughty. You
I'm
heard
just
what I
saying, because I said no, everybody's saying yes. I'm just trying to make sure I got the question right.
First of all, I asked one person, then I'm going, hold on. Let me run this back with no interruptions. I let everybody go off. I don't interrupt nobody. Like, damn. So let me run the question. Can you be bad and be fat? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
I feel like you guys assume that baddie should have a look versus aesthetic, or an aesthetic versus a personality, education. There's a lot more qualities to a bad bitch.
Never
than
in the
just
history
body.
of ever has bad baddie, bad mama jamma, fuck a baddie. Never has that ever met your mind. It's always been.
And that is a problem, is how we look at it. It's about your body. And where does that come from?
Yeah,
slavery.
That's what it's been about. It's always been about.
Right. Slavery mindset.
Be a baddie and be smart.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, Callie. Because Naughty was engaging. Now, Naughty, this is also a point that Callie was trying to highlight. But go ahead and finish your thought and let her respond.
Oh no, I was just saying, we're just talking about where the word baddie came from. It came from way back when they would be like, oh, she's bad, she's a brick house, she's a bad mama jamma, and the word just evolved, but it never once was about, oh, she bad Bill, but she got a nice mind. It was never about that. It was always about, wow, I'm looking at her, I see her with my eyes, she looks good, she's bad, and then going about your business. So I don't know why we try to change definitions here. That's not to say that anybody's ugly just because you're not a quote baddie. But if we're going to talk about what baddie is, it's never been about your mindset or your attitude.
And that's why we're in the problems we're in today, is because we look at people. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear your opinion.
I want to commend you for what you did. Well, I see the whole clip, but I think that's a fair take. Like, if somebody doesn't care about who's running their city and shit like that, I think that's important, especially once you're in like 50s and shit like that. So you're not wrong at that. You're not wrong for that at all. Like, we got a big election coming up in Newark in May next month. So if you don't care about it at all, I'll be kind of like, damn, the chick told me that, like, you don't care about it at all. This is who runs your city. Like, this is make all the laws that affect you and shit like that. So you're not wrong for that. I do think the men that was jumping on you for that are corny. Get gang attack right now. I think that's kind of lame. But I do agree with you. I agree with what, I don't even know a fucking name because the idiot just wrote Hakeem Glasses, whatever.
But Naughty or who?
Yeah, Naughty. I do agree with what you said though. Baddie, when I call a chick a baddie, it's not because she had a 4.0 from Clark Atlanta and nothing like that. That's just about looks. But I do agree with you, what you're saying, that you cannot wife a chick because she's bad. You can end up like decent. Look what he going through with his baby mom and shit like that. She's like the clown of the so I do think that we have to stop. In general, got to stop impregnating chicks just off how they look and shit like that. Yeah. So that's my take.
That's a fact, right? And I think the same thing. I don't think anybody should wife a woman just because she's bad, right? And I think this is a clear indication that you should not wife a woman just because she's educated, right? Both of those things are not good. I think there should be much more involved into the decision if you want to have a lifelong person to go through life with, besides them being educated, because you can be educated and you can really not be that smart, right? And you can be bad and you can be a horrible person. But also, I don't agree with us. Maybe y'all can say like, oh, I want to change the definition of bad and make it into something new. That's fine, right? But to act like, oh, bad mean that you look good. It's just that, right? It mean that you look good. That's like saying you think it's gangster to watch anime. Well, it's not gangster to watch anime, right? You can say, oh, I want to change the definition of gangster, but it's always meant. So I just wanted to make those few points.
So can I add to that? To say somebody is beautiful would be subjective, right? Because beautiful depends on what you consider beautiful. But to say somebody is bad, that term has meaning. Like, it means you look fucking good. Like, you are bad. When somebody say you a baddie, the term is already set. Trying to change the definition to me is crazy.
So what's the requirements of that then? Didn't you set requirements?
Well, hold on a second. I love
Being
y'all.
shaped is one of them.
Yeah. Y'all
are what?
Being shaped. Listen, let me just say that. And we can get on that. I actually like that you said that, and we're going to expound on that. But I just wanted to say this, right? To get, and we can get to another topic. The basis of the whole topic was pretty much, right? There are a lot of people on this internet and in life who aren't qualified or who we treat as though they aren't qualified to have certain opinions or certain objections about certain things. And so then we get into a point where realistically, who would be qualified to tell her, right, that she's not right? Who would be qualified to tell? Because what we see on the internet is broke people telling other people that they're broke, right? What we see on the internet is basic ass people telling other people that they're too basic. And so I think that I just don't want us to get too far away from the fact that the people who felt that it was the audacity for her to be selective, it's no different from the broke woman thinking that she should date the rich man. It's no different from the ugly man thinking that he should have the attractive woman. It is no difference. And so a lot of us suffer from a major sense of entitlement. And let me show y'all her build. Oh, damn, it went away. And I want to show y'all what she's built like, only because I don't think that she's an ugly lady. Her face is bearable. This is the build, right? This is an extremely different build. It's different. It's definitely different in every way. And so that's why, and I'm only showing you this picture for context, like really neat, because now you'll kind of get why I feel like it's big that we address the elephant in the room, right? A lot of people are jumping all over her because that built is, how dare you have this built and have a fucking preference? How dare you? And why do we feel like if a person is built a certain way that they have to take whatever is placed in front of them? I land my plane with that. Let's get off of that. Naughty villain. You said that you cannot be a baddie unless, exactly what were the qualifications?
Well, no, I said that baddie it's always been about your looks. So if you're bad built, you not a baddie.
Wow. So
that's literally
no, I like that.
Where
Go
it
ahead,
came from. And that doesn't mean that you're ugly. I don't know why you have to be a baddie or ugly. There's no in between. No,
for sure.
I don't consider myself a baddie. You know what I'm saying? But if we're talking about where the term actually came from, it came from looking at a woman and she was bad. She looked good, face good, everything was good.
So is it safe to say that you cannot be bad and be fat?
Yes.
You gotta let the fucking person that
absolutely yes. It is safe to say that you cannot be fat and be called a baddie.
You can't be bad if you're fat.
You heard what I said, Naughty. You heard what I said.
Because I said no, but everybody's saying yes. I'm just trying to make sure I got the question right.
First of all, I asked one person, then I'm going to. So let me run this back with no interruptions. I'll let everybody go off. I don't interrupt nobody. Like, that damn. So let me run the question back. Can you be bad and be fat? Yes or no?
No.
Cool. Can you tell me why you cannot be bad and be fat? Because hear me out. There are going to be a lot of bigger women who feel like let me land my plane. There are going to be a lot of bigger women, sweetheart, that feel like just because they are fat, that does not disqualify them from being a baddie. So I want for you to expound on this. Why can you not be fat, or why does being fat or overweight disqualify you from being a baddie?
Because again, being a baddie is about the way that you look. It's not about your intelligence. It's not about your mindset. It's not about you got a pretty face card. No, it's about the way that you look. Yes, you might have a pretty face. You might be beautiful. No one is saying that you're ugly just because you're not considered a baddie. Again, I don't consider my own self a baddie. But when we're talking about the definition of the word or where it came from, it's always been about the way that you look. So if your body not on point, you're not that.
Oh, listen, great women, Naeem. Hold on. Callie, you were another woman, right? And I want to be crystal clear. What is Mel doing, Tanya? Anyway, once again, can you be bad and be fat? And if you can't or can, we need an explanation.
You cannot be bad. You cannot be considered a baddie and be fat. A baddie is your face card and your body. If one of them two is off, then it's a wrap. You have to be shapely. You can be overweight, sure, right? Because if people consider overweight, consider BMI, whatever like that. According to my BMI or whatever, if I was 145, I'd be out here looking like Al Sharpton. It'd be a toothpick with an olive on top for the head. You know what I'm saying? But it is all about how you can't have a whole bunch of rolls and shit like that and be considered a baddie. It's not even a thing. It's called a body made wrong. It's not happening. You can't do it. You can't be considered a baddie. And like there's a reason why there's a phrase called butterface. There's a reason why you're considered fine, but you're not pretty. If you fine, that's your body, right? But if your face don't match that shit, you are not a baddie. You are not the complete package is a baddie. My bad, Ham.
That's the same thing with being a 10. You can't be a 10 if you're fat.
That is
a 10 is perfect. Meaning you have the body everybody aspires to have. You have the face everybody aspires to have. You got the whole look. You are perfect. That is a 10. You have nothing that you need. You at the top 1% of beauty if you are a 10.
That may be
nobody aspires to be fat.
That may be one of the best explanations that I've heard as far as a breakdown. In order to be bad, this is top tier, and you cannot be considered top tier and be fat. You can't have shortcomings if you're top tier. You can't have kinks in your armor. To be the elite, which is what a bad B would be. This would be the elite. This would be these are the best things since pants with pockets. Damn, it has to be. There is no window there is no moving the goalpost. It's either the head, body, everything is on fleek, or this is what disqualifies you from being bad. If your face is dookie, but your body's nice, you can't be bad. If your body's dookie, but your face is flawless, you can't be bad. So you cannot have a valid face card, but your body card is declining. God damn it. Y'all are cooking. Any of the other ladies feel any way about this? Can you be fat and be bad?
I think you can. And I only say that because I know some big girls whose bodies is still looking at them. The body is like, if a guy saw them, they would be attracted to it.
And what society though?
Now, I don't think
we can't, because we can't just give it a hood thumbs up. When we speak of bad, and I just want to give you this context before we do the whole around the way girl with the punch. Like, when we speak of bad, is she can continent hop and be like, God. I'm talking about bad is to the point of I don't even like that culture of woman, and I see her and I ain't gonna lie, this shit. So we like, let's be, because there's a lot of things that are accepted in the hood that is not universally.
I put it like that, then no.
Then let's
we talk about in the hood. It's
elevated out the hood,
right? I got to know you can't be
a Miss Lila. How do you
I
feel?
like how you got to pause before you say my name.
I'm very respectful, and I would hate to mess up your name again. So can you be fat? This shit, come on, like you came up here with this bullshit.
No, but the crazy part is that is my legit name, and so I've had to deal with this my entire life. That's why I let it go. But it is something that has bothered me my entire life, that people choose not to say my correct name, and it's Tykebrion. That is my birth name on my ID.
But you never came up here and pronounced it like that.
One time.
I got it now.
I did actually.
Tykebrion. Well, I apologize. Tykebrion. I can't forget it now. Thank you. It rhymes with Freon. Anyway, go ahead.
Keeps the car running.
I honestly don't know what a baddie is. I don't care because I've never identified as one. I never identified as a bad bitch, a baddie. Honestly, I don't know what these terms mean. You know what I mean? So I really don't have an answer to it.
In Atlanta, you don't know what these terms
mean?
I don't relate to them.
Ma'am, I love you. And let me say this. I like you. I'm going to tell you why I like you so much. Because if you aren't anything, you're consistent. And I love consistency. If you aren't anything, you're consistent. And I am not going to rob you of that. So you being a beautiful black woman that's in the gym, that is, I look at your page, and to aesthetic, you make sure you keep your shit on point like a spear. You don't know, in Atlanta, Georgia, you know what? I land my plane. I digress.
I mean, I've been around baddies. I've been in the Atlanta real nightlife. I've been around multi-millionaires, rappers. I've experienced all of that. Right? So what I'm saying is that I don't know how to define that because I don't relate to it. So that's what I'm saying. I've been around them. I know what it looks like to see other people, but
so
it's not.
So were you born and raised in Atlanta?
No.
Trying to walk
you're
something
getting
down.
away.
Okay.
And I love your energy, and you're super dope at what you're doing. Thank you for being up here. So let me get this right, because I'm not the smartest guy. Like, you guys went to college, and I am probably the dumbest man on this panel, and I'm not ashamed of that. But let me just get this right. I'm the dumbest name by a landslide. Or unless you're not
I'm trying to get the floor. But
I got you. Can I please just get this? Please, and I'm gone, bro. And your glasses is throwing me off. You on some Mickey Mouse shit. All right. So,
hey, man, good.
You've seen baddies. Your eyes have, like, you can, when you see a baddie, you can spot a baddie, but you wouldn't be able to describe a baddie. Come on, baby.
Like, that's adorable.
I mean, because I don't want to be generalizing and saying, oh, this type of woman has to look like this. I'm just not on that. I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question then? Is your hair puffy?
Yes.
I look at her page. She is the quote unquote standard of what women would say, oh, she's a baddie, right? But the fact that you're not going to sit here and degrade me, I appreciate that. You're not going to take the time out to say, well, this is what a baddie would. I just went to your page and looked, and you would be the definition of what they're saying is a baddie. But you're not going to take away from how I feel about myself, and I can appreciate that as another black woman. So thank you.
So this is the thing, and see, I was going to be done, but now I cannot allow that. So
I was just giving her credit as a black woman for not doing
thank
what
you,
she was
but
doing.
she's actually doing a disservice because it's not about you. You're personalizing it, right? And I've even complimented you all night and told you that you are a pretty girl, right? And I know that you're genetically fucked up. It's not. I'm just keeping it. Are we gonna keep it 100 or no?
No, but the thing is, I appreciated the fact that she didn't finish in this conversation.
So we've all seen that Mexican body, right? We've all seen the Mexicans with and yours is just the front part, but you see the Mexican with the big ass Notre Dame back with the little, like, it's some nasty builds. You can, like, I listen, I appreciate your efforts. You're in the gym, you're actually doing something to change it, but there are things about your frame just because of genetics, you can't change that. Whatever that situation is, that is just you. You can't do anything about that, right? But what we cannot do is give fat women right? And I'm not saying you, not a genetically woman that's genetically disproportionate. We're not talking about that. I am talking about women that indulge or like they overly just eat. They won't get in the gym. They think that I'm fat, I'm nasty, take me as I am, and I'm fat and I'm nasty and I'm bad because I say I am. That is who we do not want to do a disservice to. Because so let's just get that crystal clear. I'm going, my plane is landed. And
my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I just was asking. You felt like we was being disrespectful towards you because we said that bad build don't equal being a quote unquote baddie.
Well, I don't believe y'all's opinion is valid towards me because I'm not going to take it to heart if that's how you feel.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like
at the same time, I'm still going
to.
No, the whole thing, the segment is about my build. I called myself a bad build baddie, and you're saying that is not okay. When it is, because this is my life. I can call myself bad all day if I want to. No one's going to stop me.
You can,
but we just saying that that's not the definition of a baddie. That's all we're saying. It wasn't another person against you. We wasn't even thinking about you when we was talking about what a baddie is.
The topic is about me and my body and my build, and the conversation was surrounded around my as a topic.
That's where the topic started.
It wasn't.
Right. And a bigger woman, big.
Guys, it's no need for everybody to try to talk at once, literally, right? So,
can I say?
Well, hold on. But we need to be more succinct in our points, though, right? Be more concise so the point can actually land. Splits, what were you saying? Then we'll go to Naughty. And then Naeem was being respectful, trying to get in about 10 minutes ago. So go ahead, Splits, quickly, and then let's get Naughty and then Naeem.
I was just saying that I hate that you took it personal because the conversation shifted. So the conversation started with you because he played that clip. So that's exactly where it started. Yes, we did start with you, but as the conversation shifted, when we got to talking about baddies, it was not about you. It was about the definition of a baddie in general. So I get that you might have felt like we were talking about you, but I don't feel like I personally was talking about you. In my responses, it had nothing to do with you.
Okay.
And basically the same thing, because when he didn't ask, oh, is Tyke Brion considered a baddie? No, we were just saying baddies in general. It wasn't to try to shoot slugs at you. I don't know how you took it. I apologize for that. But at the same time, I do feel like at the end of the day, yes, baddies look a certain way. But there was not a slight towards you.
Naeem, you there?
You can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, I want to say, I think a chick with a BBL can be a baddie. Any chick that ever got that type of surgery done to her body can be a baddie. You automatically disqualify for being a baddie. And I disagree with what Explicit and True said about, like, he said something like what people of other culture think they're baddies. I think a big woman could be a baddie. But since when did we care about what the fuck white men, Irishmen, Chinese men, or Asian men think? That their opinions never mattered. Like, only black opinions matter. We could go to Asian man right now who the best rapper. Would any of us agree with that motherfucker? Like, they say Friday is one of the funniest movies of all time. No, you can't go to a fucking Italian man and ask him what's the funniest movie of all time. He say Friday or Coming to America. Their opinions never mattered. So they would call a 150-pound woman fat. That's how they think. So how the fuck can we expect them to expect the type of girls that we think are bad? So maybe to y'all, maybe to you, or the white Italian or fucking guy from Slovakia.
Car? Do you have a motor vehicle?
Never
had a car?
Scooter. I ride scooters, yeah. I ride a scooter.
So Naeem, that's why I eliminated the BMI as what is considered a baddie or not. I'm talking about as far as black culture. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I eliminated the BMI. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even with the BMI, even disqualifying the BMI, a motherfucker with crescent roll, I call them crescent rolls, back rolls and everything like that. I got them shits, right? I don't consider myself a baddie. I got back rolls. It's not happening. All right? Period.
I know big chicks.
Yeah, it's only big chicks. I'm not sure.
That I don't want to disrespect nobody in here, but he would still stand out. Like,
you give baddie subjective. Like, I think Mount Melly was trying to go. I'm not.
All right, but let me go back. He pointed at me, and I want to point back, and then I'll let you go ahead. I'm sorry, I apologize. So we talked about I don't care about the other cultures' viewpoints on what bad is.
I don't.
Right, for sure. Right. So my statement was exactly. Are we just trying to, because every black person is not in the hood as well, right? And there are a lot of black people who are health conscious as well, right? And so a lot of times, right, we just talk about proximity like that's what we're talking about. So having a big ass stomach and all of that is accepted in the hood, right? And this is another thing that you got to understand about black men, right? And I talk about this often. They are more acceptive of other fat women than any other race. White boys aren't really into fat women, but guess what a brother will do? He'll get the fattest white girl ever and be like, she thick. As long as she got a big, wide ass and all of that, they'll accept it. They have to come over to us because we're taking the mediocrity. We're taking the overweight and be like, man, we'll take what we can get because she's exotic, because she got straight hair. That shit is a trash mindset. When we talk about looks, when we talk about aesthetics, am I saying that people can't be overweight? Absolutely, I'm overweight. Everybody on this motherfucker, well, not everybody, but majority of everybody on here, we're overweight except for explicit and fucking Lila. And so with that being said, you're acting like it's an attack on fat people. What I'm saying is we have to stop normalizing shit that ain't normal and be like, well, because it's cool in the hood, then it got to be good enough. No, I tell you like this, and I don't even like to get into aesthetics. You're not bad if you get on a plane and your rating changes, respectfully. You are not bad if you get on that plane, because that's another thing. We talk about proximity. You're only good looking locally. Bonnets are not accepted in high value places. So you got some chicks that only look good when they got the bonnet on with the lashes and think that that's a fucking hairstyle. That shit's only accepted in the gutters. It is certain things that are only acceptable in your neighborhood. Some people only look locally good. You know why I had to figure this out? Because I'm from Philadelphia and everybody got a big ass beard. And it's crazy because the first time me and my man went down south, they was like, your homie look like Abraham fucking Lincoln. What the fuck is that? And I'm like, what? In our city, the bigger the beard, the more powerful, the better you look. But when we went out of town, they're like, what is your man got a shaving issue? So a lot of people are only nice looking locally. And so Emily on my plane, Ty Brian, I think that you're a beautiful young lady. I never attacked you for the way that your face is put together. I never even attacked your build because it's not for me to attack, right? Not my thing. And I don't think that any of the beautiful ladies up here attacked you. I think that they were just giving their definition of what bad is. And just because you don't qualify for something does not mean that it's an attack, right? Because that's like somebody giving their definition, right, on what rich is. And because you don't fall under their definition of what rich is, you can't take that as an attack, right? Like it's literally a definition or what their perspective is of what is bad and what is not. And I just want to say that because I'm not going to talk anymore for the rest of the night, but I appreciate you for coming up. You're beautiful. I like your energy. I hope that you maintain that level of confidence. Make sure y'all get y'all books, True Accountability, link in the bio. I'm going Hamp, do you.
Yeah, Truth just said all of that, right? And I'm going to tell you, Truth from Philly, right? So I'm going to tell you what we would say to him if he witnessed everything he was saying tonight. Truth was frauding, right? The whole night he was frauding, right? I let him do it. I wasn't going to say nothing. I was going to let him rock. But like, I thought it was real corny how Takibrian, let the girl didn't say nothing about Takibrian. She just was like, yo, I don't know what a baddie is. I don't see that type of stuff. And you congratulated her when Truth been gassing you up all night, just frauding, straight fraud. He ain't had to lie, but he just been like, yo, you're a beautiful young lady. And I don't think that like being honest is like, I don't think us being honest is being mean to you, right? Because I would never purposefully try to be mean to you. I would never try to hurt your feelings, nothing like that. But at a certain point, we just got to be honest. Right. And I never called you ugly tonight. I might have said that I think most guys wouldn't go for you. I didn't say no mean words or nothing like that. But you straight told Shorty, like, I just want to congratulate you. You like you a girl's girl and you just had my back. The Truth had your back.
No, I never said any of those things.